Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to do twisted stitches. So twisted stitches are just a cable where you're switching the place of two stitches in your needle. So you can always treat it that way. So this first one that I'm coming to is actually a twist left purl. So I want this stitch to be in front of the following stitch. So one way to do it is just to rearrange your stitches before you even get started. So when you're twisting left, you want the first stitch to stay in front. So you go behind your work and slide your needle into that second stitch, and then you can kind of stabilize this first stitch on your with your thumb on the needle and pull your needle out and just put it back into that stitch. And then you've rearranged the stitches here. So then you can just go ahead and purl. This is a twist left purl. So I'll purl the next one and then knit this one off. Now I'm coming to one that's going to be a twist right purl. So now we want this right stitch, or this the second stitch, to be in front. So in that case, we would bring our knitting needle to the front and slide it into that stitch, and then stabilize the stitch in the back by holding it against the needle when we slip it off, and then just put it right back in. And then put this one back on, and now we're going to knit that first stitch and purl the second stitch. Now I'm going to show twist left knit and twist right knit. They're the same as the twist left purl and twist right purl, except that you're knitting both of the stitches. So one thing to remember is when you're twisting left, you always want your work to look like it's going to the left. So you always want that first stitch to be the one that comes in front. If you're twisting right, then you want the second stitch to be in front so that it looks like it's pointing towards the right. So first we'll do a twist left, and in that one you want, just like the purl, you can do it this way where you rearrange the stitches. So you just take this stitch, hold it on that back needle, or sorry, hold it on the other needle, and then take this one to the front and switch places. But I'm gonna just quickly show you a different way to do it in case it works better for you. So what you would just want to remember that the first stitch is going to be in front. So what you can do is come behind that front stitch and into that second stitch like you're going to knit it, and then actually knit it. So you're knitting the second stitch first. So you knit that stitch and then weave your way back out, and then just knit the second stitch. And that does the same thing. It's just a little bit quicker than having to rearrange them. But if you're going to do, if you're twisting the other direction, so if you're doing a twist right, if you're doing a twist right knit, then you want to knit this stitch first, so you can actually go into this stitch and come in front of it. To see how I went into the stitch like I'm going to knit, but I skipped that first stitch. So I want to make sure I come in front of that first stitch and then knit this one, and then you can just split those two and knit that second stitch. So that's an alternate way of doing those twists without having to remove the needles at all. Thanks for watching.